What's up, guys? Today we have the second place national championships deck, which is Seismitoad Giratina, and I think it's a really cool deck, and that's why I wanted to look over it. So, it revolves around the Pokemon Seismitoad with the attack Quaking Punch, which is the 30 damage for 2 colorless energy, and it says your opponent can't play any items next turn, as well as the Pokemon Giratina, which has the attack Chaos Wheel for 100 damage, and it says your opponent can't play any tools, special energy, or stadium cards from their hand during the next turn. These are both extremely powerful cards and have a very unique element of locking in them. You also play Pokemon like Hoopa to get this out turn 1, which you can search out easily through Ultra Ball. And interestingly enough, he only played 3 Ultra Ball, and this is because once you get a Hoopa, you pretty much have all the Pokemon you need for the game, other than maybe a Shaman or something else you might want later. So that's why he only played 3 Ultra Ball, because Hoopa kind of compensates for the 4th one. He plays Latios to get quick donks for 1 psychic energy. If you go first, you can do 40 damage, and you can attack on your first turn before they even go. So if they start Joltik, you can knock them out. If they start any 50 HP Pokemon, you can attach a Fighting Fairy Belt, and if they start a 60 HP Pokemon, if you can find that Muscle Band and find that Double Dragon Energy, you can attack turn 1. And then the last Pokemon, he plays 3 Shaman just to accelerate turn 1 and to go through his deck really quickly and find everything he needs. Plays 4 Crushing Hammer. The big idea of this deck is kind of control. You want to slow your opponent down and not let them do what they want to do. So you play 4 Crushing Hammer to really slow them down from what they're doing and to advance yourself simultaneously. 4 Puzzle Time just to get back what you want. You get all your resources back, your energy, your hammers, your Lysandre, your supporters, your tools, anything you might need. 4 Super Scoop Up. Super Scoop is really good. Basically what it does is flip a coin. If heads, you put one of your Pokemon, all the cards attached to it back in your hand. So you can get back your energy, remove damage, and get yourself out of uncomfortable positions. And also it helps you with Latios, because you can Super Scoop Up, put Latios into the active, attach a Double Dragon Energy in your tool, and you're good to go, and you probably win that turn. 3 Trainer's Mail, really good card, just helps you go through your deck. I guess he didn't play 4 because he needed to cut something, and I guess that was one of the cuts. He didn't find the 4th one was necessary. 4 VS Seeker just to get back supporters, very good. 1 AZ. AZ is really good in this deck because, like I said, it helps you get out of uncomfortable positions, and also it's another pseudo Super Scoop Up because it just gets the Pokemon out of the position and also goes through item lock. So in the later phases of the game, when you don't want something knocked out, you can just AZ it back up, and that way they can knock it out for an easy 2 prizes. And as you can see, everything in this deck has 2 prizes. It's an EX, so you take 2 prizes. So it's just really good, and it's a lot of easy ways to get it back through VS Seeker for Puzzle of Time, things like that. 1 Giovanni's Scheme. This card is very interesting, and it takes a lot of skill to play this card well, because to use the second effect during this turn, your opponent's Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Like you have to be planning like 3 or 4 turns in ahead to even use it effectively. It's not just something you play randomly, and that's why it's a very interesting card. And the first effect's also really good, just drawing until you have 5. The versatility of this card is very good. That's why he played it. I think it probably came in clutch a few times. And also this can help with Latios if they have like an 80 HP Pokemon, for example. You play 1 Hex Maniac just to turn off abilities like Forest Curse and Vileplume's ability as well. So Hex Maniac is just a good card. Also helps against Greninja if you can chain it. 2 Lysandre. Like I said, this is kind of a lock deck and control deck, so you want to be able to get out whatever Pokemon they have. And you're not doing that much damage. You're going to do like 50, 40, 100 damage maybe. But you're not really basing yourself off of damage. You're just kind of controlling what your opponent can do. And it's a very heavily lock-based deck. 3 Sycamore, he decided he didn't need the 4th just because you don't really want to discard a ton of things with this deck, but it's still an amazing card. So 1 Skyla. Well, Skyla's really good because it gets you that extra Puzzle of Time you might need. That's Stadium you might need. 2 tool, anything you might need, Skyla is really good for. And with this deck, you just kind of take a turn to not really do much and just Skyla for one card. And in most decks, it's not super powerful, but in this deck, you can afford to do it, just because you're so conservative with what you're doing. One Team Flagrant, just another method of energy denial. Also works against item lock. 106, basically the same thing. You can get headringers off yourself as well, and discard like spirit links and things like that, as well as discarding special energy. One Silent Lab, really good turn 1 against your opponent, so they can't use like Shaman or Hoopa or anything like that. One Aqua's Base, also another really good card, and just very super effective overall. And I just think Aqua's Base is very helpful in this matchup, in any matchup, because it helps your opponent lock them, and through the use of Headringer, it slows them down even more. So this is actually like Aqua's Base is actually a really strong card. 2 to Fighting Fury Belt. Fighting Fury Belt is also really good. Gives you 40 more HP and you do 10 damage. So you take 1 or 2 more hits and also do a lot more damage overall in the long run. 2 Float Zone gets your opponent Pokemon out of your sticky situations that you don't want to be in. Amazing card. 1 Muscle Band, and just you do 20 more damage, which is good for Latios and also good when you don't really need the 40 more HP. Just playing the 1 is very good, and you can recycle it with Super Scoop Up. 2 Headringer, just a really strong card, slows your opponent down significantly. And then you play 4 Double Dragon Energy and 4 DC. Most Seismitoad Giratina decks played 4 DC, 3 Double Dragon Energy, but I guess the player decided that he only needed 2 Double Dragon Energy, 4 Double Dragon Energy rather than 3 because of consistency reasons. So I'll just jump right into a game in a second after this brief cut. So after recording this, I realized that I had made a mistake. So before we jump into the game, I just want to take out a Headringer, because that's how the original player played it, and actually add in an N. N is actually really hard to put in online because of the feature of the game, because it's only 1 letter, so you can't actually search for it. So I'll just put it in real quick, and then explain what it does. So N in this deck is really strong just because it's shuffle draw, so it draws you more cards, obviously. But it also, when your opponent has like 1 or 2 prizes, it denies them from being able to get resources, and that's why N is so powerful in standard, because it really denies your opponent from getting everything they want, and that's just really crazy good. As well as it makes you not have to discard all your resources with Sycamore, and so being able to control your opponent's hand size and hopefully negating them statistically from resources is very strong, and that's why you played 1. I think every deck should play at least 1. And so sorry for the error of playing 2 Headringer instead of the 1 N. So I just want to let you guys know that I did see this error and I did fix it before I show off this game. Alright, so now without further ado, let's jump into the game. We're back from that cut. We're gonna jump into a game with against Master Moo Cow. I'm gonna choose heads because why not? And we do win the coin flip, so I'm gonna go first. So a few notes: 1, you do want to go first with this deck in case of donking, for example with Latios, and also just because it gives you a general advantage in the game. One more turn of setup for your opponent's stage 1 decks and things like that. So let's see if we can fire off the donk actually this game. So he does have 1 starting Pokemon, and alright, it's possible. We have to get a Muscle Band and a Giovanni Scheme, but we can hit it turn 1. Let's just make sure there's no weird resistance here. So I'm actually going to go for this donk to see if I can show it off to you guys. So I'm going to discard an N because I have a View Seeker in hand and Crushing Hammer. Doesn't seem like I need it. And while I'm going for this donk, I still want to set up, so I don't want to commit fully in case I don't hit it. So I'm going to Hoopa, use Scoundrel Wing, search for 3 EX Pokemon. I'm going to get a Shaman, Seismitoad, and Giratina. So I'm setting up well, of course. So I'm gonna play these. And actually, I think I'm gonna Ultra Ball these two away for another Shaman, just so I can draw more cards. But well, I still have the safety net of the end in case I need it. So I'm going for it pretty hard. But if I miss, I'm still fine. I'm still in a good position. And yeah, I miss. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna attach a float stone here, just so I don't have to commit. And I'm gonna VS Seeker for an N. And so I'm doing 40 now. Yeah, I'll end. So even though I missed, I need a few things to hit it off anyways. So I'm still in a fine position, and I have a pretty solid hand for next turn anyways. So I'm gonna transmit, see what I get. I don't really want to waste another puzzle of time, and I already have a Lysander and Sycamore in hand, so I'll just fail this one. And I'll hit a fast raid turn 1. It's not like I could have done anything better this turn anyways. So if you can't get another Pokemon, I win next turn, but I'm not sure that's gonna happen. Oh, he's gonna transmit. Let's see if he gets anything. So I've been waiting a few seconds here. I'm not sure if he's might get an Ultra Ball or something else like off of its transmail. But we're in a good position. We have a float zone, so we can next turn retreat into Seismitoad, start the Quicking Punch lock. He's gonna get a Lysander. It's fine. Maybe that's his only option at this point. Oh, he has an Acrobike. Okay. So he's gonna draw a card. And yeah, he's 2 Mews down. That's fine. So now he has more Pokemon. There's no Donk possibility. He might Lysander and then pass. And then I'm not sure how I'm gonna get my Hoopa out of the retreat, but I can use things like Super Scuba Up, AZ, Float Stone. So he's gonna Shaman for 4. I'm not really sure what the concept of this deck is, but this seems like a mid-level player deck. It's because of the cards I see. I think there's probably a theme around it that I'm not seeing just yet. Oh, I think does Drowsy invite? I think Drowsy evolves into Hypno, which has the ability Goodnight Babies. So we're important into an interesting spot. Jirachi is kind of gross for this deck. However, you can counter it with things like Silent Lab, as well as a Chaos Wheel is really strong against Jirachi. So we're not in a terrible position right now. And he doesn't look like he's gonna okay, so he's gonna get rid of my Float Stone. That's fine. I can retreat whenever I need to. And I'm not sure when I want to retreat. I'm gonna Crushing Hammer, hopefully getting off this energy. I get a Tails, that's fine. I think I'm gonna attach. I want to get a Quaking Punch off this turn, but I'm not sure if I can. And he can use the Stardust. So I think I'm gonna Skyla for a VS Seeker, and do I have a DC in here? I don't. Okay. So I'm gonna attach this here, and I want to be able to next turn hit off a Lysander onto this Jirachi and start Chaos Wheeling. I want to get another Crushing Hammer off, but I'm not sure that's the right play. I'll just fast rate take my prize, and that should be fine for now. So we're in an interesting spot here. I'm not really sure what I'm playing against still. Okay, I have an AZ in case he does something weird here, and then I can puzzle time back. This. Oh, actually I can't do that because I want to Lysander onto the Jirachi. So you're gonna promote this and probably retreat into here, Stardust. And if he does that, I'm gonna puzzle of time, get my Float Stone back on here, my double dragon energy here. Lysander Jirachi, knock it out. And then unless he has another okay. If he uses Goodnight Babies and I don't wake up, that makes this situation a little bit more awkward. However, then he wouldn't be able to use Stardust, and then I'd be in a good position. So there's a kind of a weird exchange right here going on. I'm not really sure what he's gonna do. I would get the Stardust off if I was him. Lysander. What did he use? Puzzle of Time. Okay. Oh, I got those two back. What does Snorlax do? Alright, this is an interesting deck. I think it goes off of the sleep mechanic while also trying to lock as well. So, this is kind of what you have to overcome at a big tournament. Some people play weird decks like this. And so you have to think to yourself, how can I beat this effectively? He's going to Lysander me. That's fine. Oh, he's going to go for Stardust here. Alright, that puts us into a different ballpark. Alright. That makes this interesting. I'm not really sure what I want to do here. I don't know what I want to do here. So this puts us in an interesting spot. I could go for a Latios' Light Pulse and Hex Maniac. And I'm not sure if that's the right decision. But I think I'm gonna go for it. Just because I think it should negate Stardust. Because it is an effect of the attack. And Hex Maniac cements the lock. Actually, I think I'm gonna do this. Okay, so no, I do want to get the Hex. Do I want it? Okay, this is tricky. So I'm gonna retreat here, and I want to Lysander Jirachi, and that gives him very little options. Because if I Hex, then he can still use the regular Jirachi. So I'm gonna Lysander this Jirachi, and then now he can't use Stardust anymore. Yeah, so I'm gonna Light Pulse, and I believe Stardust is an effect. Yeah, this is very sketchy. I'm not really sure about the rulings behind this, because does it count as an effect? Because this prevents all effects, but then Jirachi says you prevent all effects, so is preventing all effects an effect? But I think Light Pulse beats out Stardust. So he's gonna attach a GC. I'm not really sure what he can do here. Oh, I think he's gonna go for Toss and Turn. Yeah, I never thought I would use Light Pulse when I put in Latios, but you never know. And like, this is the first time I've ever used Latios' second attack. But you know, it's situationally good in like situations like this. Crazy things might happen. He negated. He didn't let me use Chaos Wheel, so now I'm going in with this Latios and hoping something's gonna work out. So he's gonna use Toss and Turn. Okay, hopefully I wake up. Okay, I do wake up. And he doesn't wake up. Alright. So I'm gonna hope to discard the DC on the bench. I miss again. So I'm gonna Hex Maniac this turn, because I don't think you can do 3 energy. So I'm gonna Hex Maniac Light Pulse. That seems like a strong plan. And it doesn't seem like there's much you can do against that. So if I chain Hex, I think I'm in a good position, because he can't really attack with anything right now. So yeah, alright, good spot right now. So I'm gonna be able to knock out that Mew. and you can't use Goodnight Babies. I can't get janked out by any sleep or whatever. And so now I'm in a good spot. So I didn't think when I was profiling Seismitoad Giratina I would be playing against a deck like this, but obviously you're going to have to overcome some weird decks, some weird hurdles, and I just want to show off that I can do that with this deck. This deck can overcome the weird things because you have powerful things like Item Lock and Giratina, but you also have something crazy like Latios apparently that you can do this with. I never even expected to do anything like this, but apparently I can, and that's pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, during the World season, there's going to be a card called Pokemon Ranger. Yeah, I think it's called Pokemon Ranger that basically negates all effects of what you can do. Oh, okay, if he gets all effects of attacks, which makes Light Pulse not work. Maybe a possibility is that he's going to Ultra Ball and get a Stardust Jirachi, and then put that into play and discard one of my energy. That would be unfortunate. If he gets that energy down, this is bad for me. And yeah, okay, he gets it. Okay, now I'm once again in a bad spot. Alright. I guess I'll have to figure this out. It's fine. So he's doing 10 damage, discarding an energy. Oh wait, no, he doesn't discard an energy because of Light Pulse. I can't believe this, guys. This is so crazy. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to read everything very carefully, just make sure I know it. Okay, so it says prevent to make sure if Jirachi can attack. This can attack Jirachi. Prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks, except damage done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. So what happens, guys? I'm not sure. This is super tricky because I don't know what the ruling is. I think Light Pulse does no damage. I think Light Pulse does no damage to Jirachi. So if I have a Lysander in here, which I believe I do, I'm gonna Lysander out something and Light Pulse it. So I didn't this is some crazy stuff right here, but Light Pulse is actually like super clutch against this deck. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can knock out Snorlax. No, it has too much HP. So I think the deck relies on Hypno. So I'm gonna Lysander knock that out and Light Pulse. Oh my god, guys. Light Pulse is carrying me against this deck. The ability to have no effects. This is so good, and I didn't even know this was a thing. And I couldn't have gotten the Nocturne one because I had this prize. I didn't know that. So yeah, Light Pulse is being really clutch. I'm kind of eliminating all his options because he can't Stardust me. Hypno is out of options. Like he can't use Hypno. And now he's gonna end me to a low hand size, like I said, and it's super powerful. However, I left a lot of good cards like AZ, Shaman, Sycamore left in the deck, and VS Seekers also. I seem not to be able to hit any of them. And so I have 40 HP left. And so if he Sky Returns here, he knocks me out. So I don't really know how I'm going to take my last two prizes. Yeah, so if he sees a Sky Return play, I'll be in a bit of trouble. And I think he will see the Sky Return play. So my opponent can make kind of a comeback here, which is bad for me. However, I think we can still make this we can still win this game, definitely. A huge chance. So this turn I'm gonna Zero Stick this DTE off because I don't want to deal with it. The attack, and I'll Headringer Shaman so he can't attack ever. And so this is getting more intense than I thought it would be. Oh, he's gonna toss and turn me for 40. Okay, that also works. I don't know. I think Sky Return is better just because you put it back in your hand. However, if he wants to do that, it's also fine. So I'll Zero Stick. I think I want to Zero Stick the DCE off, but I'm not sure. I might want to. Yeah, I think I'm going to Zero Stick the DCE off. And Headringer here. and replace the stadium. And now I'm in top deck mode, guys. I need to top deck something good, or I'm in a bit of trouble. So I'm gonna hope I get something good, or else this is gonna be a tough situation to come back from. He took 2 prizes, he needs to take 4 more prizes, and I just need to take 2 prizes. So I need to power something up, get a Lysander onto that Shaman, and I can probably win the game, or take 2 cheap knockouts on something else. So I need to get something going, I need to top deck something good. I have 30 cards left in my deck. I have 2 VS Seekers, like 4 Sycamore left. Yeah, I have 4 Sycamore left, guys. And just praying I can get something good. And it seems like I have a few turns left to do this, or else I'm in a bit of trouble. So, kind of what I'm hoping for, if I can get a Lysander onto the Shaman, that's a really good stalling tactic at this point. He's gonna play down another Shaman set up for 3. Okay. So yeah, we're kind of in top deck mode. That end put us in a bit of trouble. So end is a very good card. It kind of turned the tables in one turn. From being really good for me, and now it's like kind of sketchy. I'm kind of praying for something good. But this Mew has a 1 retreat cost, which is better for me because now I get to retreat with some kind of cost. So this energy isn't doing anything. He also gets rid of Dimension Valley, so he can have cheap one energy attacks. So if he wants to do anything, he has to retreat now, because this isn't doing anything other than Stardust, which does 10 damage. If he wants to Stardust me for 10, that's okay with me. I'm fine with that. Or he can mumble. No, he can't mumble for 10 either. So yeah, you can Stardust for 10 right now. That's about all you can do. He's gonna VS Seeker. Grab a Lysander Shaman maybe? Oh, Hoopa? Okay. That's fine. Oh, okay, that does a lot of damage. Dang. So I want to Super Scoop up. If I get heads, it's huge. Okay, I get the heads. Even though I know Hoopa's in the active, I think I can still recover, so I'm gonna Shaman for 6. Hopefully get something amazing. Okay. I want to power up another Giratina, but I'm gonna Super Scoop up, try to get this Hoopa out of the active first. Come on, please. Alright. So we're good there. And as you guys can see, I have a few options to the crucial 10 damage. So I don't want to reveal my hand just yet. I'm gonna Giovanni's draw 5. I don't want to reveal to him that I have the Fighting Fury Belt. That's the crucial 10 damage that I will need later to be able to knock him out. So I'll grab a Sycamore off this. So this is super crucial. The Fighting Fury Belt is actually what's gonna win me this game at this point. Because the Fighting Lysander onto Shaman with Fighting Fury Belt wins me the game right now. Because it does 110, which is the perfect amount of damage to knock him out and win the game. So this deck, this freaking Snorlax Jirachi Hypno deck. Oh no. Okay. I don't know if I have enough energy at this point to win the game. Yeah, I have 2 gone. All 3 gone. And how many puzzle time gone? 3 puzzle time. Yeah, so at this point I just need to go all in with Seismitoad. And that's kind of hard, because I'm running out of energy, running out of resources. And let's just look through the deck list. I'm looking through the deck list one more time to see if I can get anything back. Oh, I actually played 4 Double Dragon Energy. Right. Right, I'm used to playing 3 Double Dragon Energy, but if I play 4, that's absolutely huge. That's enormous for me. So, I'll play AZ onto this, Giratina. Yeah, I forgot. I keep forgetting the fact that he plays 4 in this deck. So I just want to make sure I have enough DC to survive. Yeah, I haven't even used any DCs yet. So he actually plays 4 Double Dragon Energy. And that's absolutely huge for me, because that makes it so that I can still win through some nifty little tricks. So I'm gonna do that, attach DC, and pass. So yeah, the 4th Double Dragon Energy is coming super clutch here. And I assume against most of his opponents, they didn't expect the 4th one. Everyone plays 3, right? And so that's what my opponent's probably thinking. He plays 3, whatever. If you can get another Lysander onto me, that's kind of gross. Oh, he's gonna end. Okay. That's yucky, because it puts me into a bad situation. And yeah, this is kind of okay. I need to hit something good off my end. I don't want to go put back into top deck mode, please. All right. I believe I have Shaman Prize, which makes this ultra difficult, because a 3rd Shaman here would be super nice. So, okay. I just need. Otherwise, I'd get Hoopa. I might use Hoopa to get like Shaman. No, he's gonna get a Lysander for like next turn. Oh no. This comeback is happening just through like getting rid of all my energy. So yeah, I need to get rid of this Mew or this Jirachi, one of these two, because or else he's gonna get like deck me out or get rid of all my energy, and I just can't let that happen. Okay, so he's gonna. We both wake up, so that Good Night Babies is useless. Oh, okay. So he doesn't actually. I can go for a Quaking Punch here for 40, but I don't think that's worth it. But what I can do is, this is actually going to help me a lot. Return to Shaman. DCE. I don't want to reveal the Fighting Fury Belt just yet. Yeah, I'll hold the Fighting Fury Belt, because the 10 damage doesn't really matter very much at all. Like, I'm still 3-hit KOing him, and I don't want to let him know that I have the Fighting Fury Belt, because Fighting Fury Belt is what's going to win me the game, like I said. So next turn, if I can Fighting Fury Belt and then Ultra Ball, whatever I get, Fighting Fury Belt and Shaman for 6, and then hopefully get a VS Seeker and a Double Dragon Energy, a Lysander onto this. I gotta make sure I still have the Double Dragon Energy in the deck, which I'm not sure of right now. In which case, I don't really want to discard the DC. So this is why you have to check your prizes, because I'm praying. I know one of my Shamans is prized right now, and I think my Double Dragon Energy isn't, but I'm not absolutely sure. So my opponent doesn't make a play right now. I'm in a great position. He's gonna Lysander. Okay, that's now I don't have game. Okay, this is another rough spot. Oh, but I can. Let's see how many energies he's gone through. He's gone through like 4 and some other stuff. I'll Lysander out the Shaman with their Headringer. And it looks like I still have a lot of DCs, so I'll throw one onto here. And I'll Shaman for 4. So, at this point, I don't know. I'm in kind of a tricky position. I just want to make sure I still have my Double Dragon Energy in here, because because otherwise I'm in a bad position. So actually, Muscle Band's more useful than the Fighting Fury Belt. So, well, it's like as useful. And let's just see if I do. I do have the final Rebel Dragon Energy, and I do have another DCE in here. Oh, I guess Shaman wasn't prized. Oh, that's a huge error. I thought from looking before, I thought it was prized, and I saw it not there. But I guess it wasn't prized. So that might have just been a memory mishap. So I'm gonna grab a Hoopa and keep it in my hand just in case I do need it for later. So I'll pass the turn. Oh my god, wait. I thought I light centered the one with the head ringer. I guess I didn't. Oh, that's terrible. I can't believe that happened. I swear I did. I can't believe this. Yeah, so like, I thought I really thought I got the one with the head ringer, but I guess I didn't. So that's really unfortunate as well. However, at this point, it doesn't really matter unless you can Sky Return. So yeah, if you can Sky Return, like, that sucks for me. But I think he's going to want to retreat regardless, so it wouldn't have really mattered without the Aqua Space. VS Secret, N again. Yeah, N is just controlling the pace of this match. But if he doesn't get anything off these 4 cards, and I get something. Okay. Good night, babies. Okay, so if I wake up, which I do, if I top deck some stuff. If I top deck Sycamore, I'd probably win the game. Oh my god, it is top deck Sycamore. Alright. I don't think I need to drop this. Yeah, I don't need to drop it. Okay. If I get Double Dragon Energy, Muscle Band, or Double Dragon Energy, Fighting Fury Bell, I win the game right now. Okay. So now we're in an interesting spot. I do need to get the last... I need to get the Double Dragon Energy to win the game right now. So I'll throw this here. Attach a float stone here. Muscle Band here. And if I whiff this Super Squirrel, that's good for me. Okay, that's alright still. I can Shaman for 2. I just need to my last Double Dragon Energy. Okay, so I'm gonna attach a flow stone here, and I absolutely need it off this last 2. Okay, I have 5 cards on my deck, so there's a 40% chance I'm gonna hit it. Come on, please. If I get it, I win the game right now. Come on. Oh my god, that's so brutal. With 3 cards left in my deck, I whiff. Okay. That's really brutal. I'll pass. Oh my god, guys. With 3 cards, I had a 40% chance of hitting it, and I whiffed. And so now... is this gonna Goodnight Babies pass? Because if I wake up, then I win the game. Oh! My turn? Just gonna make sure it's in there so I wasn't dreaming or something. Okay. So I'll grab that, whatever. So my last card in my deck, I'll play Professor Sycamore. And after a long game, with 0 cards left in my deck, Chaos Wheel for 110, exactly, knockout, take my last 2 prizes, all my resources absolutely depleted, everything done, but through some crazy Latios shenanigans, and finally, through him having no more resources, and me getting a little bit lucky on Goodnight Babies, I finally win the game. That was an absolutely ridiculous game. It took 30 minutes, way more intense than I expected from a Goodnight Babies Snorlax Jirachi deck. But once you get rid of all your resources, you still have some stuff to get it back, and the 4th Double Dragon Energy, like, coming in clutch, huge. So this deck can really overcome a lot of things, but you have to play really well. And even though I misplayed a little bit, some of it was like through maybe seeing things a little bit incorrectly and possibly playing a bit poorly. And I thought Shaman was prized, but I guess it wasn't. We finally won the game. We overcame all the obstacles and we won. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.